I've learned at age 86 that I have a lot less energy than I used to. No shit, Sherlock. But I can still hit it pretty hard for a couple hours a day. And I've got this very dear friend, that's a fairly new friend, only 5 years duration, who has repaired my lawnmowers and my rototiller. Well, he's 10 days older than I am, and we've become very close. And his wife has some dementia and pretty much sits all day in the living room while he works on small engine repair in the garage. Well, this has become more and more difficult for her to just sit there all day. She doesn't like to watch the television. She doesn't read. She doesn't knit. She doesn't crochet. She just sits. And she don't like it so much. So she has now, without being a stealthy person, fallen upon the realization, it's not a realization, that whatever you call it, where she now can take charge by falling or being more helpless. So there's been talk of putting her in a nursing home, but he, to my surprise, who's recently been diagnosed with some pretty serious skin cancer, which has spread into the lymph glands of his neck, he wants to continue to go out in the garage and repair engines as long as he can, but she has found a lever to get him to come inside, and the struggle is on. I went there a couple of weeks ago and spent 2 hours struggling with one of the woman's daughters, who sees money that she's going to otherwise inherit part of being spent. And so she's against getting caregivers to come in and help. Finally, after a 2-hour struggle, she and he, who's stingy because of his experiences at the end of the Great Depression, finally they agreed to 1 day a week to at least get somebody to come in there and help her take a bath. But I struggled mightily within myself about just how hard I could push, and I didn't want to offend people, but I also didn't want to just stand back. They hadn't even been hiring somebody to come in there and clean their house once or twice a month. And meanwhile, the wife had a couple years ago quit cooking and was just getting more and more shut down. And she has a tremendous difficulty with short-term memory, and I think she rides that like a pony. Oh, I don't remember you. Well, she does remember me, but she does definitely have a lot of memory loss. So it's a struggle to get him to spend some money creating a livable situation for them, the alternative being moving into a care facility. And he shocked me by telling me that he's going to go with her. And I think that's partly because he's anticipating that this cancer he's got in his lymph nodes and so on is going to take him down, and he's going to need more care. But in the meantime, he doesn't want to spend money to come in and help them bridge the gap and stay there as long as they can. So I've been plugging along with them, but I finally turned the corner one day, a few days ago, when I realized that he's kind of got it doped out. He kind of knows about a nearby care facility that he thinks he'll go there when he has to. And I just need to back off and let go of it a little bit and be his friend. Having been a social worker and so on, it's difficult to not keep pushing, but I'm getting there. It's choosing your battles, doing what you can, and letting go of the rest of it. And I'm increasing at my tender age, I'm increasing those skills. I'm happy, almost said proud, bad word, to announce. So have a good day, help the people around you, and it's worth it.